Dion, thank you for joining us. Obviously, defeat here tonight at the Broadfield Stadium, but for large parts of the game, I think that's probably a performance the lads can be proud of against one of the best sides in the division. Can I get your thoughts on it?
I think we went toe-to-toe with them throughout the whole game. The goal wasn't really anything where they cut us open, it was just a cross and they got on the end of it. But yeah, the boys, the whole team, we performed really well, and don't think we gave them pretty much anything. So it was a shame to lose the game. I think we at least deserved the point. But as you say, they're probably the best team in the league. Their budget's crazy. And the fact that we nearly got the point and stopped them from scoring is a big positive to take. But yeah, we just got to pick our heads up and move on to the next game now against Leyton Orient.
Yeah, and I think people will naturally go, oh, you can't talk about money, but we can when it's a striker whose cost, he could probably, with the money they paid for him, they could probably buy the club 3 times over. So, it does speak volumes, doesn't it, about the sort of the levels of this league, but it's also a positive to take that we're in the same league as this side. It speaks volumes about the work done last season, and it's something the club can be proud of, isn't it?
100%, and I think everyone watching that game wasn't really anything in that game at all, watching that. So the boys can be proud of ourselves, and next time we go to their ground, hopefully we can get the 3 points. But yeah, we can take the positives from this and move on to now a busy period.
Yeah, and obviously a massive positive for yourself, a first appearance of the regular season, let alone start. How did it feel?
Yeah, I'm feeling the effects now, but yeah, it was amazing, incredible feeling to be back out on the pitch. It's been one of the worst 4.5 months I've experienced in my life, for different reasons with this injury. So the fact that I was back out on the pitch is just so happy to be back out there with the boys and playing under the new manager, which was amazing, and what a game to come back for. And yeah, I felt we did really well as a team, and definitely don't think we deserved to lose it, but that's football and we just got to pick ourselves up now and move on to Leyton Orient.
Was a start against, as we said, one of the best sides in the division what you'd hoped for as your first appearance back, or was it just happy to be sort of thrown back in, or would you have hoped for a little cameo first?
No, honestly, I love playing in the big games, and that's why we're in this game. That's why all of us are in this profession, is to play in these big games and on Sky Sports and everything like that. So yeah, I was buzzing for it, just couldn't wait to get started, and it was my goal to try and get back for Peterborough, but it was just a little bit too early, so Birmingham was the next one, and I felt I did all right tonight, and fitness is close, and just going to build over it now with a busy Christmas period, and then we'll see how January plans out with the games, and hopefully we just get better and better as a team, and we can push on up the league. Yeah,
lots of praise from yourself, or by yourself, sorry, from the pundits tonight. So you kind of done that badly for your first appearance back. Did you feel sort of any sort of rust, or did you feel good? I mean, you look good out there.
I have to say I've been back training now for 2 weeks. We're just under 2 weeks. In the first few sessions, I felt I didn't know where the ball was with my feet. But that quickly went after the couple sessions, and we did 11v11 earlier in the week, and that's when I really kind of got my confidence back and felt pretty good. So now it's just about getting the fitness back, and it was just more precautionary coming off at the end because, like we said, we got a crazy schedule, 5 games in 13 days, which is hectic and crazy. But that's a different story. But just got to look after myself now, do all the right things and recover, and all the rest of the boys have to as well. So just looking forward to keep starting and help leading the boys and get us into a position where we deserve to be, because we definitely don't deserve to be in the position that we're at the minute.
Thank you, Dion. Mark?
Dion, Rob's been full of praise for you while you've been injured, and that, saying how good you've been around the camp and that. How supportive have the club been to you and the players been to you while you've been injured and that? Because it must have been a tough time.
When the gaffer came in, it was a very difficult period for me. There was a lot of uncertainty with what I was being diagnosed with my injury, which caused my injury to prolong itself, which was very, very, very frustrating. I was being told a certain time, it would come to that certain time, and then it was like, oh no, that's not right. Yeah. So it was a very difficult situation. The gaffer was amazing. He was like, look, do what you got to do off the pitch and back home, and make sure you're doing the right recovery. So he was fantastic, and obviously all the boys have been really good around me. But there's nothing better than being back involved and playing. And I just love playing with these boys now and being training with them day in, day out. This is the first time the last 2 weeks, the first time I've trained with some of these boys.
Yeah.
And they're a really good group, and we've got potential to do really well. This Christmas period is crucial. We get a couple really good wins that can propel you to really have a really good second half of the season. So that's the goal, definitely.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough run over Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah,
five games in 13 days, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
how do you think? Are you going to cope through that? Hopefully, you will.
Yeah. You have to think that. You got to think positive. So we've got some games that we're travelling quite far for. Again, the schedule's. I don't know who does the schedule, but.
Do you think it's unfair, the schedule?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is. But that's football. It's been like that for a long time. I've obviously been playing these games, these fixtures around this time of the year, and it's always a bit crazy, and you just got to prepare your body for it, and you got to prepare yourself mentally. Really, that's the biggest thing. You can always recover your body, but making sure you get home in downtime and relaxing and just getting yourself ready for the next game is the biggest thing. So I'm sure the gaffer said it. A lot of the boys that aren't starting will start. We're going to need everyone to be on it and be ready. So just looking forward to getting these games done.
Do you think your minutes will have to be managed as you kind of recover from obviously long-term injuries?
That was the reason why I came off today. Obviously, I've been injured 4.5 months. I've been training 2 weeks, and I just got to manage myself, and the club will manage me, and hopefully I can get to 90 minutes soon. Whether that will be later, it depends how I feel. We don't know, but I felt pretty fine out there. I didn't feel like I had to come off, but it's just precautionary and making sure I don't do something because I want to play 90 minutes, and I'm my worst enemy sometimes. So I just got to be cautious.
Yeah. Just very quickly, and you've been obviously watching the players in your time. How impressed have you been how they gel together? And because it's a whole new squad again, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, it's always difficult. Even like the start of last season, it was just getting that chemistry. And I think that last year what was good, we had a small little core group that was from the previous season, which helped gel. But this year it felt like it's a completely different squad. So. And then you change manager, it's difficult. But I think you can see from the performances the last month that we play good football, and it's just a couple little things that haven't gone our way, and small little errors that we can iron out, and we'll be a really good side come the second half of the season.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Dion. Well done tonight.